Hello everybody, Braden Fletcher here for the Watkins Glen Grand Prix as we see Davey Allison take the green flag. A grid start going down into turn 1 in Watkins Glen. That's definitely a recipe for disaster. Looks like we made it clean though. So we see the rest of the field file out. Whole field about single file. Got a couple new faces here. Wow, a lot of contact. Brady Fletch and Jimmy Johnson not having the best of times, but as we see, Dale Jr. gets around Davey Allison for the lead. Coming out of the final turn for the first time, Dale Jr. will lead the pack. He'll get one lap led. Here we go, Allison, Lindsay, Stewart, Earnhardt, Kerry Earnhardt that is, Earnhardt Jr. up in the front. Shauna Robinson, Cale Yarborough, Bill Elliott, Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd known as one of the best road course racers in NASCAR history. Maybe he'll put that experience to good use. First man to bring Helen Towing into the Cup Series. Jeff Gordon, Watkins Glen and Sonoma were his playground for a few years in the 90s, trying to return to that former glory. Ralph Earnhardt, known as a dirt tracker, not really any road course experience, well, except for this season of the CASCAR Cup Series. Derek Hope was trying to look to the right side of Donnie Allison, thought better of it. That was probably a smart move this early in the race with only about a lap and a half in. Jared Sitterly replacing Paul Langley in that 74 car. Whoa! We see Fletch get way off track. Lots of debris in the way now. Holy! I can't believe he held on to that car. Earnhardt still keeping 2 or 3 car lengths between he and Davey. But we see Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart also no slouch at the road courses, especially at Watkins Glen. He's gained a little bit of time on that 17 DJ Kennington tribute of Brad Lindsay. Gordon closing up on Ricky Rudd there. The two 2001 Cup Series points rivals. Now looking to renew that rivalry here. So you see those signs, those turn markers on the track. I don't know how Fletch held on to that car. And he's out there in the runoff area again, as you can see at the back of your screen. I'm not entirely sure if that car is just not handling well, or if that's how he's designing to drive it, but doesn't exactly seem too effective as he's still relegated in the bottom 2 positions. Here we are live on board with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Let's ride for a lap with him. Jr. never really known as much of a road course racer, but back here in the 90s in the Busch Grand National Series, he beat a hell of a road course racer in Ron Fellows. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. definitely no slouch on these road courses, especially this one at Watkins Glen. Hear him downshift right there, gets the car turned just a little bit more. But Davey, right in that rear view mirror, he's not giving up. Whoa, Junior almost gets into the tire barrier right there. That'll open the door for Davey Allison. Maybe gonna go to the bottom. Oh my goodness, he thought better of it. I don't know why. Davey was in prime position there to try and pass Junior. Both of these guys come from great racing families, great NASCAR families. We've got a lot of Junior's family in this race. Davey Allison, of course, son of Bobby Allison, nephew of Donnie Allison. Donnie's in this race as well. Top two have broken away just a little bit. Seems the top five have pretty much separated themselves. We see at the back of the pack, we've got Craven, Wallace, and Labonte. I was going to say on the mini-map in the top right corner of your screen, you can definitely see those guys have started to lose touch with the pack. As much as you can have a pack here at a road course. Whoa, Brady fletching the wall! What a hit! No way! The series champion nails those yellow barrels. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to say that took him out of this race. What an impact. Junior's starting to pull away just a little bit from Davey Allison. Earnhardt keeps it nice and tidy through those final corners. Going through the rest of the field, you see Lindsay in fourth, Stewart fifth, Earnhardt, Kerry Earnhardt sixth, Shauna Robinson having a great performance in that pretty much unsponsored 49 Dodge. She's sitting in sixth. Cale Yarborough there in seventh, with Bill Elliott eighth in that Evernham car. Ricky Rudd pulled away from Jeff Gordon a fair bit. Jeff Gordon almost going to fall into the clutches of Ralph Earnhardt, who's sitting in 11th. Mark Martin behind them in 12th. Donnie Allison, his nephew, in second place. He in 13th. Derek Cope. Jared Sitterly. Jimmy Johnson, seven-time NASCAR champion. Got the 25 car of Ricky Craven. 18 of Rusty Wallace. 19 Bobby Labonte, and wow, that 24, it's fast. It's caught back up to Wallace, Craven, and Labonte, but doesn't look like it's handling that well. It just scraped the wall in the S's. Whoa, through the grass, a pass in the grass. We don't have Earnhardt Sr. in this race. But we've got Brady Fletch, and he just pulled off an insane pass in the grass. He's really good coming out of that bus stop. Here he comes on Wallace. And he gets by him. He clears him before they even go into the corner. That's some risky race car driving. Back up front. Top four seem to have separated themselves. Kerry, maybe going to fall into the clutches of Shauna Robinson. Stewart closing up on Lindsay. Lindsay once again sporting a DJ Kennington tribute car. Looks like DJ's did in the 2022 NASCAR Pinty's Series. Stewart gets a good run. It doesn't look like he's going to have enough, though. Then we've got Shauna Robinson. She's really catching up to Carrie Earnhardt. Great run for that 49 car so far. Almost, well, we're coming to complete lap 8 right now. Oh, we were going to go back to that battle for 7th, but here comes Shauna. She was looking to the right side, couldn't make anything happen. We see Yarborough. He defended that position well too. Elliott didn't get as good of a runoff as he could have, and that cost him down the front stretch. Jeff Gordon catching back up to Ricky Rudd. We saw him draw back just a little bit. There's Carrie Earnhardt running in 11th. Mark Martin in 12th. Donnie Allison has a pretty good lead over Derek Cope, but Derek Cope being pressured by Jared Sitterly in that 74 car. Brady Fletch all the way up to 16th after that foray into the barrels just a few laps ago. Look how far out he goes. Oh, went into the grass there. Saving the landscaping company some money, I guess. Jimmy Johnson in that 92 car. His old schemes from the Busch Grand National days, the Altel schemes. Craven getting a run on Johnson. Now he's going to the right side. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Falls back in line. Labonte looking to do the same thing to Rusty Wallace. He can't get anything to happen either. Junior still leading. He's led all 9 laps, coming to lead all 10 this next time by. This race has absolutely flown by. And we see Stewart. Let's ride on board with Stewart. We see Stewart closing in on that 17 of Brad Lindsay. Oh, he played with that throttle a bit too much coming off of that corner. He maybe just hesitated a couple, maybe half a second or so, could have just got back into the gas and not had to lift again. Rudd getting close to Yarborough. Elliott already passed him. Here we are. Let's ride on the roof with Ricky Rudd. He can't just focus his attention on Cale Yarborough because look right back there. Jeff Gordon really hungry. Looking to get another win here in the CASCAR Cup Series. Here we are riding on his roof. Don't look now, but I think Cale Yarborough maybe reeling Bill Elliott back in. We'll have to look at that in a couple more laps and see what happens. Ralph Earnhardt buried it in there that time. Holy cow. Surprised he was able to keep it on the track. Speaking of keeping things on track, see Brady Fletch still in 15. Looking to get by Derek Cope. Let's ride on board with him. Gets such a good run through those S's. Cope on his left. Boom, clear into 14th spot. Very impressive run. Well, except for running into the barrels right off of this corner right here. But look how wide he goes. Past Donnie Allison now into that 13th spot. We'll update Brady Fletch just in a little bit. You see Craven, Wallace, and Labonte. These guys haven't been able to get away from each other this whole race. Wallace looking to the left side of Craven. Beautiful move by Rusty Wallace. Will Labonte maybe try? Oh, I thought he was trying the crossover there. Here's the leader again, Dale Jr. He's pretty much been uncontested all these 12 and a half laps. He's driving away from Donnie Allison, who's going to get scooped up into the clutches of Lindsay and Stewart here real soon. Brad Lindsay gets by Dale Jr. He's actually putting a really good gap on him right now. Brad Lindsay, I believe these are the first laps he's ever led in the NASCAR or CASCAR Cup Series, excuse me. Bro holding the pretty wheel, trying to keep that 28 behind him. 28's got a good run. Oh, he was going to look to the right side, realized he couldn't do it. Jeff Gordon looking to the right side now, couldn't do it as well. Brady Fletch up to that 11th position. Past Mark Martin and Ralph Earnhardt last lap. He's just sawing at the wheel. He's really mad at himself that he made that mistake. Having some technical difficulties. Sorry, everybody. We see Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming up to the back of Brad Lindsay. Brad took the lead just a few laps ago. Jr. wants it back. They've driven away from Allison and Stewart. Jr. looking to the right side, buries it in. They're going to go side by side into the bus stop. Jr. thinks better of it. That cost him a lot of time, a lot of momentum. Now Jr. is going to have to reel him back in. Your top four have completely broken away. Then we've got three-car battle of Earnhardt, Robinson, and Elliott. We're coming to complete halfway this time by. Relatively short race for the CASCAR Cup Series. Fletch up to that 11th position now, reeling in Jeff Gordon, his teammate. We look through the rest of the field. We see that Donnie Allison has dropped back, fallen into the clutches. And Rusty Wallace, Ricky Craven, Bobby Labonte have all made up some time catching the cars right ahead of them. No relegation for this race, as this is the last race of the season. Junior just slowly reeling in Brad Lindsay. Will he make the same move into the bus stop this time? Better question is, will it work this time? Slides a little bit up into the carousel. Gonna get a better run off. But it looks like Lindsay's gapping him. On board with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Brady Fletch already up to 8th, we see on the leaderboard now. Passes both Rudd and Gordon. Imagine where he'd be if he didn't nail that yellow, those yellow barrels on, I believe that was lap 3 or 4. Junior's gonna get him soon, I believe. I don't know how Brad got the lead, but Junior slowed down for a few laps there. Brad drove away for a while. We'll be back with that battle momentarily. But here we see the headline of the race so far, Brady Fletch. Seen him nail the wall. We've seen him, we've seen him nail a few walls, I should say, in the S's a lot. We've seen him nail the barrels, but that car still continues to be lightning fast. And it goes Yarborough, Gordon, Rudd, Earnhardt, Martin, Donnie Allison, Derek Cope, Jared Sitterly. Rusty Wallace got past Jimmy Johnson. He's now up to 17th. Jimmy Johnson at 18th. Craven and Bobby Labonte, those are your 20 starters. Wow, look at Kennington, or not Kennington, I should say, Brad Lindsay. Earnhardt Jr. might get a run up these S's. This is where you get the best draft. This is the highest speed part of the track. Looked like he had maybe enough to try and challenge Brad Lindsay, but there's still 15 laps to go. Now I believe he's got a great run. Looking to the left, I'd stay behind him a little bit more, try and get some of that draft. He enters a little bit more shallow than Lindsay. Brady Fletch up to 5th now, gets past Stewart, Shauna Robinson, and Bill Elliott. He is going to be a factor. Remember when I said his day was done? No, he's going to be a factor by the end of this race. So we see Kerry Earnhardt looking to the right side of Davey Allison. Davey loses his spot. And, whoa! Top to bottom for Fletch. Gets by Davey. Oh, but Davey might have something to say about that. No, he gets clear up now. He's only got Kerry Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Brad Lindsay to get by. Whoa, a little bit of contact between the 3 and the 24 right there. 24 goes through the grass again, a pass in the grass. Whoa! Left side, Fletch clear! What a run by that 24 car! Speaking of runs, here's Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking to the right side of Brad Lindsay. I don't think Fletch is going to have a shot at first or second, but he's definitely got a podium. But these guys, they've just separated themselves from the pack. These guys have been outstanding the entire race. Now back of the pack, here we are with 20th. Ricky Craven trying to battle Bobby Labonte with Jimmy Johnson, in front of him. Then Rusty Wallace, Jared Sitterly, Donnie Allison, Derek Cope. That's that back third of the field. They're pretty much all bunched up. I'm not very convinced that the leaders are going to catch them, but that is a possibility that we have to consider. There might be some lap traffic before the end of this race. So we jump back to our leaders. Something must have happened to Junior. He got a really bad run. So we see our leaders right here. Here's 3rd place, Brady Fletch. He's more than a straightaway behind them. Bound and determined, using up every single curve. Side by side for 4th. Davey Allison dives to the inside, isn't able to get there. Shauna Robinson was looking to do the same thing to Tony Stewart as well. Now Bill Elliott going to get a really good run through the S's. We're going to see if he's going to try and make a move to pass Shauna Robinson going into the bus stop. And yes, he will. Oh, no, he won't. Decides discretion is the better part of valor. Now Gordon runs up high in the carousel trying to get a better run. Maybe to try and pass Bill Elliott there. On board, actually, Elliott pulling away. There we go, Yarborough, Ricky Rudd falling back a lot. Ralph Earnhardt, Mark Martin, Derek Cope, Jared Sitterly, Rusty Wallace. Those back four have been pretty much nose to tail throughout this entire race. Looked like Johnson maybe tried to get that number 2 a little bit squirrely there. A little bit squirrely Dan. Ooh, Labonte try and make a move on Johnson. This has been a tremendous race, I must say. Oh, Labonte looking to the inside of Johnson, maybe. No, Johnson just takes a wider arc in so he can carry more speed off and try and get something to happen for him and Rusty Wallace. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this lap. Here's our leaders again. Dale Jr. gets by Brad Lindsay. I completely missed that. And wow, there's third place. We can already see him on the same straightaway now. Got 10 laps to go. Will Junior be able to hold on? Will Brad be able to get past Junior again? Will Fletch be able to catch up to our top 2? Got a lot of questions. We got 10 laps to get some answers. Lindsay may be trying to get a good run off of here, but my God, look behind these guys. This guy was in the yellow barrels about 22 laps ago. He was in dead ass last. He was probably half the track behind our leaders. But the series champion is not to be denied. He's already got a podium. Trying to maybe up that a little bit. Davey Allison, he was your pole sitter, now sitting in 5th. We got Stewart, Robinson, Elliott Gordon, Yarborough, Rudd, Earnhardt, Ralph Earnhardt, I should say, Mark Martin, Derek Cope, Jared Sidley, maybe looking to the inside of Donnie Allison there. Oh, he could make it hairy there. Yes, he does. Bumper. Bumper to the right rear of Allison. And clear. Sitterly now up to that 15th spot, passing the Oldsmobile. Excellent move by that 74 car. Now we got Wallace, Johnson, Labonte, Craven dropped back mightily. Craven must have had an issue of some kind. But that does not bode well for Junior or Lindsay, because it looks like, they might not, but it's looking more likely that they will catch Craven for the end of this race. And dealing with lap traffic is something you don't want to do, especially on a road course. all about clean air and track position. Speaking of clean air, these two guys have had the cleanest air out of anybody. They've had to battle with each other, but they've gotten quite fortunate that they've pretty much only had to battle with each other. Brady Fletch now about a half a straightaway behind. If you look out of that windshield, you can see them. They're only little specks right now, but remember, he was a straightaway and a half behind before. He was about where Kerry Earnhardt is. So he's made up a lot of time in a very short amount of time. Robinson hard charging, trying to get by Tony Stewart. Stewart having a pretty good day, up in 6th position. Was known as the King of Watkins Glen around here for a few races. Jeff Gordon all by himself. Sometimes that's the best position on the track. No one in front of you, no one behind you, nobody to force you into a mistake. All you have to do is just stay out of your head. Just hit your marks. Don't overthink it. Cale Yarborough in very much the same position. But Ricky Rudd falling back a little bit, almost into the clutches of Ralph Earnhardt. Mark Martin has caught Ralph Earnhardt. Is that back third of the field kind of split up a little bit. Now Labonte's been trying to get by Jimmy Johnson for laps and laps and laps. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make anything happen here. But Ricky Craven right there. And look, we're going to look at the back end of that race car. And as he comes out onto the backstretch, has to go bowling signs and all the trees. Boom, right there, you can see him. There's still little specks, but they're gaining time quick. That is your leaders. That is Dale Earnhardt Jr. There's Brad Lindsay and Brady Fletch off in the distance. We're coming to 5 laps to go this next time by. Earnhardt maybe stretching his lead a little bit more over Lindsay. I'm surprised that sign hasn't gotten hit in the past 30 laps. Because Brady Fletch put that out fairly early on. Speaking of Brady Fletch, there he goes into the runoff area. I don't know if he's taken that corner correctly once. Alright, the 2 Budweiser cars. We're going to go on the roof with Dale Earnhardt Jr. See how he's going to pass Ricky Craven. Ricky Craven getting the blue flag. Blue flag, blue flag. Craven, oh, is he gonna catch him? Oh no, he's gonna catch him right at the end of the S's. That's gonna let Earnhardt Jr., not Earnhardt Jr., that's gonna let Lindsay really catch up. Brad Lindsay now onto the back of Dale Earnhardt Jr., looking to the right side into the bus stop. Can't get anything to happen. Wow! Look at that. I don't know if Lindsay got loose in there or not, but he really slowed. He was right on his back bumper, but now he's 5 to 10 car lengths back. All right, since there's not really anything happening up front currently, we've got Kerry Earnhardt and Davey Allison right there. Davey trying to dig. Trying to get that 4th spot. He was looking at a really good day. He started on pole. He was hoping to get a W, but chances of that happening are looking less and less likely right now. Allison to the right side of Earnhardt. Allison, oh, I thought he had position. So we look through the field. Somebody coming on to lap 20, or 32 rather, holy cow. Ricky Rudd, Ralph Earnhardt trying to jockey for some position. Ricky Rudd going to the right side. He's not going to have enough momentum, I don't think. Sometimes you just do that to fake the driver out in front of you, try and change his braking points. Maybe he'll overshoot the corner. Or she'll. And now, oh, Bobby Labonte looking to the right side of Jimmy. He's been trying to get by Jimmy for probably the last 15 laps. There's Ricky Craven. Got passed by Brady Fletch, who's right there. I don't think he's going to have time. We're on lap 33 right now. Junior pulled away from Lindsay. Lindsay still has a pretty good gap to Fletch. Brady Fletch doing anything in his power. 2.5 laps to go. I don't know if he'll be able to do anything. Hitting those barrels really cost him a lot of time. He might have been up there with Junior in the conversation for the win, but we'll never know. So we look through the pack one last time. Got Kerry Earnhardt, Davey Allison, Tony Stewart, Shauna Robinson. Shauna has dropped back from Tony. They were battling for a few laps. Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon, Cale Yarborough, Ralph Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd, Derek Cope. Derek Cope now maybe looking to get crossed over by that 6 of Mark Martin. Jared Sitterly now has a really good run. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen though. Martin now looking to the right side. Oh, tried to stick his nose in there. Wasn't gonna work. We got Donnie Allison, Rusty Wallace. Got a 4-car jam session once again with Allison, Wallace, Johnson, and Labonte. Johnson nails the brakes. Labonte cannot be happy with Jimmy. But here we go. The leaders, a lap and a half to go. Bill Elliott goes into the pits. Bill Elliott not able to make it. Just a splash and go. We thought everybody was going to be fine. Jeff Gordon will pick up that 8th position. He'll say, thank you, how you doing? For the final time in Season 1 of the CASCAR Cup Series, Junior, final corners. And he's gonna see the white flag in the air. 1 lap of racing to go. Let's go inside. See that white flag waving. Dale Jr., an impressive run. Stole the lead from Davey Allison on lap 1. Led pretty much from there on out. Brad Lindsay led 7 or 8 laps, but Junior was able to get right back by him. Kerry Earnhardt now going into the pits. He's going to drop a few spots. Through the bus stop for the final time. See Lindsay right there. Fletch just gaining on him. I don't know if there's going to be enough time left. Still with your leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's only won once at Watkins Glen. That was back in 1998. That was in the Busch Grand National car. See Fletch go really wide. He's not going to have anything to do with Lindsay. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 3rd generation driver. Once was relegated, missed a few races this season, but coming off the final corner, he is going to take the checkered flag Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins here at Watkins Glen. Lindsay second, our champion Fletchen third, Davey Allison, who had a very strong performance today, not as strong as he would have hoped. In that fourth spot, we got Tony Stewart in fifth, Sean Robinson sixth, Kerry Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Cale Yarborough, Ralph Earnhardt. Then we have Ricky Rudd, Derek Cope, Mark Martin, Jared Sitterly, Donnie Allison, Rusty Wallace, Jimmy Johnson, Bobby Labonte. Bill Elliott fell all the way back to 19th spot. He had a terrific run, but just couldn't make that fuel run. And then Ricky Craven will round out your field. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I have to say, I appreciate all of the love, all of the support. The Daytona 250 video has been doing absolutely astronomically better than I would have ever expected. And thank you so much for watching LizBiz TV. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching the CASCAR Cup Series. And we will be with you with an Endurance Series in a couple more weeks. Thank you everybody so much for watching.